Oh, I have a camping channel thing
Oh,
I
do you?
make. Yeah,
Oh,
so this is a yeah.
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 You got a lot of followers.
Not a lot,
Okay,
about a
there's
little
on the
over
video.
100 now. So
Okay, there's on the video.
was gonna ask you if you didn't mind. I mean.
No, don't worry.
Hello there, and today I'm showing you my rooftop tent. My rooftop tent is a TentBox. It's a Light 2.0. They're fairly new. I got mine in April, and they came out this year, this version. The TentBox Lite has been around for quite a while, and it is quite, well, not quite bigger. It is a little bit more bigger than this. But what this has is some really nice features. As you can see on the inside, I've got two wonderful skylights. Wonderful skylights that I can use mesh to keep the insects out or keep open. And as you can see, I've got a few marks. As long as my tent box is dry, I really don't worry about it. But there are easy ways to keep your rainfly clean. You can take it off, or I do, since my vertical is quite high up off the ground, is I remove these pegs, side here and there, reach my hand over, and just clean. So much easier. I love all my pockets. So many pockets. Especially this one. I can move it across from pole to pole. I can even move it to this pole or that pole. You can move it anywhere you want. The windows and the zippers are well designed. You have little ventilation here that's covered up by pockets, so rain doesn't get inside. Just a U shape. Nice little vent. The back opens up just like the door does. Very nicely. The mattress does come out if you need to, held in by little straps. It's a very nice material. Many people put covers over them. I don't know of any purposely made covers for these mattresses. What I usually do is either throw a blanket over it, or I just put my sleeping bag over it. My partner and I typically enjoy just having our own sleeping bags either side, but many a times I go out on my own anyway, so as having our own sleeping bags is quite handy. But I do know many tent boxers who use a larger sleeping bag, a couple sleeping bag, even if it's just for themselves or their partner. And they both share it, or they just use it themselves, and that acts as a cover across the entire mattress. How I clean out my tent box, I usually have a brush. I usually brush out the mattress. As you can see, I got a little bit of hairs and fluff and things on it at the moment. I usually brush it out. Some people vacuum it out with a little portable vacuum cleaner. I typically just brush it out. You can also drag the mattress out and give it a good, good cleaning, but I haven't done that yet. I haven't gone out as camping as much as I would like to go out in it yet, but I will. I greatly like the ladder. Many different companies use all sorts of different ladders, but I do like this one. There are some people that are not that thrilled with them, but you do need to have the ladder on the tent to be able to use them. On this type, you have to. On the Classics and the Cargo, you can remove the ladder. I don't see why you'd want to, unless you had a larger van or another way of getting up it. I've known vans that have had built-in ladders onto the doors or on the sides, and people get up that way. So there are ways around, but for the light models, for these tent versions, clamshell design, you have to have the ladder. Ladder doesn't bear all the weight. I'm not sure what the percentage is. It doesn't feel like much, but the ladder is there and it's doing some work. Underneath here, as you can see, I've got brackets. And these are very handy. I'll show you why in a moment. This is my camping box with all my camping supplies in it. These are the cables and things I keep for my jackery right here. I'll talk about that shortly. This is what I see many people in the TentBox community on our Facebook seem to wonder what on earth it is. It's this big long X strap. And I have to admit, at first I was like, what is this? What is it for? Well, as I was mentioning a moment ago, see these loops? You also have them there, but I prefer to use the ones out here. This is how I install mine. I put my first loop going in like this, second loop going in like that. That way they're both pulling against each other when you tighten them up. Then you just grab this, loop it around there, grab the last one here, and loop it around there. You can tighten this strap up from these cords here, and this here. Well, it is easier to do if you have both hands, but there we go. That's better. And like I was saying, I'm a little picky. I like having the TentBox logo showing and it all up. But it is handy. I've used it to keep my coat on there, some jackets, just so when that breeze picks up, I've got a jacket. Now, many of you may have noticed this dangling here. Adam, you haven't had that dangling there in your other videos. What is it? Well, this is the tent pole bag for these poles. All 6 of them that come with the Light 2.0. And it opens up and they go in here. And it can slide onto the track system that's built on to these tents. Track here, and there's also a track over there. As I was talking about cleaning the rain fly earlier, you can take it off. All you have to do is unclip these brackets, these little plastic clips. They're on each side of the tent. Even though they are plastic, they do feel quite strong and secure. So sometimes with the TentBox lights, as you can see, these poles that are built into the rain fly here have their pockets that go in. Sometimes they can pop out. It is a simple and easy fix. I'm checking on mine right now, but I think they're all in. And the fix to that is I found that keeping this tight and not so loose helps keep the poles inside their pockets up there. This is the cover. It wraps up very nicely with the straps that are here. Mine's a little dirty and grubby with all the insects, of course. We all have that problem. But I go through a car wash spray with the wand myself, and then I wipe it down or brush it off. They come right off. Doesn't last long clean, but it looks good. Many tent boxers enjoy having a stool or a step they're able to get onto. This is the one I use. Folds down nicely. I think I got it at Home Bargains. I think you can find them just about anywhere. They are great, they're handy, wonderful to use. Now, this is my Yeti cooler. It's wonderful, it's easy. I need to give it a clean out, but that's why I'm out here today, cleaning things out, letting my tent air out. This is a roadie. It's small, it's easy to use. There's my stickers there, as you can see, from Tough Mudder, the Van Life Chill Out in Lincolnshire, the Van Life Festival, and Little Man Adventures. You should check out his channel. And there's my old channel sticker there of Lively Trek. On the inside, I keep my pillow, my camping box, which I won't go for everything in it, a road map. This should go in my bag really, but this is just to charge my phone. A blanket. My cooking stove is back there, and a water jug. My Coleman sleeping bag, as you can see here. Always invest in a good sleeping bag. Phyllis's I usually keep inside, unless she's joining me. This is my Jackery, the Explorer 500. I absolutely love this thing, but I probably could have done well with just a smaller one. But this is great for those longer trips that I love to take for a good few weeks, or a week or two. This is everything that my Jackery comes with. I charge it at home using this with the adapter and the wall plug here. I can charge it in the car with this. Into the input there. From this here. Here I keep my table, chairs, and the sunshade that works at the beach as well. Just handy to have if I want to sit outside and not sit inside the tent and keep shaded. There is a pod they're selling now for this tent, like the old annex on the light. I plan on getting that. I believe it's called the Living Pod. So that'll look nicely, just traipsed over the side, and it comes down, covers up the ladder nicely. So if the weather is bad, at least I'm covered. These are the roof racks I have. I do not know the name off the top of my head of what they are, but I will leave a description on the video, and I'll leave words at the bottom of the screen, or it should appear right now, of what these are and where you can find them. The first set that I did have, unfortunately, broke on me. They were a more expensive set. These are actually significantly cheaper at, I believe, at £40. So sometimes the most expensive ones are not always the best. These hold just the same amount of weight as the ones that did before, and does a wonderful job. So if you need to find them, I'll leave them in the description. If you have a Dacia Duster or anything similar, these are universal brackets that hold on to these larger, more beefier rails. Now, I love my Dacia Duster. I do. It's almost one of my favorite cars to drive that I've ever owned. I love the fact that it's four-wheel drive. It's a little mucky and dirty at the moment, because I've spent the weekend basically living out of it. There's the mileage on it right here. That beep is for my camera, my dash cam, if you ever hear it. That's what that is. And to show you how much I get a gallon here with the roof tent. That's my average speed. I don't go that fast in this with the roof tent. let's see here. There we go. Is 49.7 miles to the gallon, as you can see. Before I had the tent, I think it was about 50 or a little bit more than 50. I typically keep this down to about 62 to 65 with the tent on it. Before, I was going the speed limit, the max that I could go on any road, and the fastest I could go on most motorways was 70. So I was easily able to go up to 70 in this. It's giving me a warning that I've left the back door open on the display here, so I need to close that properly here shortly. But I'm going to start it up.
Clear that she has been warned off.
Turn the radio down and go to my vehicle. I've got my 4x4 info here that gives me a gimbal, a compass, and lets me know what angle my car is sitting at. It's very nice for when I'm setting up my tent, so I know how even I am. This lets me know my fuel speed, what I'm scoring. I'm at an 83 out of 100. My acceleration could be a bit better, but seems to be alright. Trip report, average fuel consumption, like I was telling you, 49.7 miles per gallon. Average speed is 28.2. Distance without consumption. I'm not quite sure what that means, but that's a lot of miles. 1,293 miles. There's echo coaching. Oh, okay. Things about all sorts. Advantage of your cars. What was the other one? Acceleration. Drive at a steady speed. Avoid unnecessary acceleration and braking. Well, sometimes that's a bit hard the way people drive, but I do my best. And that's it. The Dacia Duster is fairly simple. It's basic. It's what I like about it. As well as its optional capability of me putting it into 2-wheel or 4-wheel drive. It's done very well for me. I am very happy with this car. There are many roof tent ambassadors, TentBox ambassadors, I should say, really, out there. And if you really want to see one of these in person, reach out to TentBox. They'll probably direct you to somebody who's the closest in your area, and they'll be able to show you. I myself am also a TentBox ambassador. So if you live in the Flintshire area of North Wales, drop me a comment or get in touch with me by email listed on my YouTube channel in the contacts. Email me, and I'll be more than happy to book you to have a look at my tent. I am not a paid sponsor of TentBox or any of the products I've shown you. Everything I've shown you, I've picked out myself. They work for me. They may not work for you, so do your research. This is a great investment to get into camping. You don't need much. Like I've done before in past videos with a cheaper tent, you can get into it. But if you want to get a roof tent, look at all your options. But I personally think TentBox is the way to go. I went to an expedition center in Birmingham, and I had a look, liked the material, liked what it was made out of. You know, I showed a clip of it, me in a previous video showing you me hopping inside it, just instantly enjoying. If there's 4 of you, or you just like a more spacious, roomier tent, go for the Roof Tent Lite 2.0 XL. It's the XL. 4 people. 4 people in that. The Classic, only 2. The Cargo, only 2. But both of those have the advantages of being hard shell. More hard shell than actual tent. And the Cargo can hold things on the top of it. Both of those get set up perfectly quick and instant, which are very handy if you just want to, if you're running late somewhere, you just want to call it a night and pop it up. But for me, This has been perfect. 15 minutes or so, I've got this thing up. And I feel like I've got more space than they have. And I've got more light during the day, and I can open it out at night and see the stars. Anyway, thank you for watching. And I'll see you on the next camping trip.